Good morning. So I'm sticking with it. I am going to go live at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times a week, to bring you guys things that I find are helping me in my fitness, my nutrition, my business, my life, or that I find have held me back previously, or maybe I'm talking with coaches or talking with people who this is what's holding them back. And so today I want to talk about imposter syndrome, or the I'm not good enough. And the reason why is I had someone reach out in an email the other day, and she goes, I love what you're doing with your coaching business. You are so awesome. I love following you. You're such an inspiration. And she goes, but I'm just not as awesome as you. I could never do what you do. So she had these goals and dreams for her life. That's why she was reaching out to me in the first place, is because she had these goals or dreams. And then the imposter syndrome clicked in and was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as her. I can't do what she does. That's the imposter syndrome. So I want to go through, how do you overcome that? How do you overcome the imposter syndrome? And if you're just joining, hey Nick, if you're just joining, comment below, where are you tuning in from? Are you in California? I'm in California. I'm in Auburn right now. So number one, I have about 5 things. This is going to be less than 10 minutes, I promise, because I have to jump on a phone interview for a coach possibly joining our team. So number one is ego versus purpose. When you are in the imposter syndrome, when it's like, I'm not good enough, you are focused on me. You are being selfish. Me, 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 me. Well, what about me? What are they going to think about me? So instead, focus on the purpose. Like, who do you have to serve? Who will benefit from that? And I want to share with you, the other day, I led a training for hundreds. There were 250 people. I didn't know how many people were going to show up, but I thought, who am I to lead this training? Because there are other successful coaches on this topic that are incredible and successful, and people look up to them. And so the imposter syndrome set in, like, who am I to lead this training? I don't think I'm good enough to lead this training. That was my ego talking. So the way I shifted that was I actually took a step back and I wrote down, I was like, who is the person that I can impact that's going to show up to this Zoom? Maybe just one person shows up to this Zoom, but how am I going to impact their life? What knowledge have I learned in my life so far that I can give them to help them get to the next level in their business? So I took it, instead of focusing on me, 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 what are they going to think about me? I'm not going to be as good as everybody else. And I changed it from ego to purpose. How can I give to someone else? How can I make their life better? And you guys, it was incredible because I jumped on this Zoom. 250 people showed up. It was more than I could have ever imagined. And I inspired and helped these people grow their coaching business that day. And I've done multiple Zooms since where 200 plus people have plugged in to learn from me. But I almost didn't say yes to this opportunity because of my ego. Because in the imposter syndrome, I was like, I'm not good enough. So it's not that the imposter syndrome will ever go away, which I'll get into that. So number one, ego versus purpose. When you feel that I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, they're not going to like me, take it away from the ego. It's not about you. Like, get over yourself. We focus, when we're so self-obsessed, that's when suffering happens in our life. That's when we have bad days. Like, there's so much suffering because of our self-obsession. So instead of focusing on your ego, I'm not good enough, change it to your purpose. And for me, that purpose in that instance was, how can I give to these people that are going to join the Zoom? How can I leave them with something that's going to make their life better? And that fired me up for the Zoom. And then when I got off, I felt amazing. I felt so inspired by helping other people. So that's number one. Number two of the imposter syndrome is of I'm not enough. Like, thinking you're not enough is I'm not ready. And I see this a lot, and just going to refer back to like what I know in my life, which is in my coaching business. People get started and they want to just consume all the training. I'll get all the training and then I'll be ready. And you're never going to be ready. Like, no amount of training, no amount of certifications, no amount of, like, you're just slowing the path that you should be on by not just diving in. Like, you're never going to be ready. Like, you can go and do all the trainings and you're still going to feel like a deer in headlights. It's kind of like, think of a sport. We'll say basketball, right? A basketball player doesn't just start out great. Like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, like they don't just start out and they're amazing. They have to get on the court and they have to practice, and that's how they become amazing. So just start. Just start. There are things, whatever goals you have for your life, if you're not sure what to do every day to reach those goals, hire a coach. But as soon as you have the strategy of what to do, no amount of training is going to help you. You have to dive in and take action on that. And as you take action, you can tweak. As you take action, you can perfect. If you're someone who wants everything to be perfect, that's the act of perfection, is you have to perfect it. You have to do it first. So you're never going to be ready. You have to take the action, because when you take the action, you will yourself to take the action. That's how you're going to see results, and that's going to help grow your confidence. Sitting there doing all the training, I'm not ready yet, not going to grow your confidence. In fact, you're just slowing down the path that you are on to create incredible purpose and potential to reach your potential in your life. So that's number 2. Number 3 is money. I always bring money in because I think it holds so many people back. If you're saying, whatever this is for you, I see a lot of people start a coaching business and they're like, I'm not good enough to make 6 figures. I'm not good enough to make $1 million a year. And the thing is if you have that money mindset, if you have that imposter syndrome of you're not good enough, you won't be able to get there. So it's super crazy, because oftentimes the idea of I'm not good enough to earn what she earns, I'm not good enough to build a successful business like that, will keep you stuck in doing nothing. And the only way you're going to feel good enough and have the confidence to know that you can earn 6 or 7 figures in building a business of time and financial freedom is by taking action. Goes back to number 2, by taking the action before you're ready. And as you take that action, results start to come, your confidence builds. Number 4, you cannot think your way through your limiting beliefs. I see so many times people want more success in their life and they're like, oh, but I have these limiting beliefs holding me back. So I'm gonna journal on them. I'm gonna think about them. I'm gonna journal on them and I'm gonna think about them. Thinking never is going to build your confidence. Just thinking about things isn't going to build your confidence. Again, you have to take the action. That action is going to produce results, which is going to build your confidence. And then you take more action, more results, more confidence. I wasn't this confident when I got started. But here's the thing, I had all sorts of limiting beliefs. I still do, which I'll get into in a second. I still have tons of limiting beliefs, but I took the action, I built my confidence. I took the action, I built my confidence, and the confidence just kept stacking. So you're not gonna think your way through them. You actually have to work your way through them. And my fears didn't go away. I just had courage to do the things anyways so that I could build my confidence. You're not born confident. When you see confident people, they built it by not waiting to start and diving in. And then the last thing that I want to share, or 2 more things I want to share with you. One is whatever level of, that's not how I'm going to say, whatever imposter syndrome, whatever limiting belief you have right now, whatever fear pops in that if I'm not good enough, that is your next level. That is your opportunity. So when you avoid it, you are just slowing down the potential that you are meant to live in your life. But see, that's the difference between successful people. I still have imposter syndrome. It still pops up all the time, but I know how to quiet that voice and take action anyways, because I know that that's going to help me get the results that I'm after, and that's going to help me build the confidence and stack the confidence. So every next level, and if you think that wherever you are right now, whatever fear you have, whatever imposter syndrome is popping up, whatever you think you're not good enough for right now, take action on it. You'll get the results, you'll build the confidence, but there's going to be a next level imposter syndrome. There will always be a next level imposter syndrome. And if you think that the imposter syndrome, the fear, the doubts are going to go away, then you're going to suffer. You're going to have so much suffering around that instead of being excited about that. When I become aware of my fears, of my limiting beliefs, of the imposter syndrome that pops up, I'm like, yes. Because now that I know it, that is my next level of opportunity. That's my next level of growth. And so I take action on that so that I can build my confidence in that. So I can get results in that and build my confidence in that. So my assignment for you guys today is 4 things. Number 1, whatever the goal you have for 2021, whatever you are excited about, like what's that vision for your life? When you get next year to February 2022, like when you look back over the last year, are you going to be stuck in fear doing the same thing every day? Or are you going to look back and be like, wow, I grew my confidence because I did these things. So here's what I want you to do. Number 1, start, take the action, take the scary action. You are not going to think your way through the fears. You have to take action. 2, get results. 3, that will build your confidence. That will build your confidence to know that the next imposter syndrome, you will be able to take action to get the results to build your confidence. And number 4, just keep going and keep stacking that confidence. All right, I gotta get going because I have a call. I hope you all have a beautiful day. I would love to hear from you. What is a goal or vision you have for 2021? What is a goal or vision you have for 2021? I'll share some of mine with you. One of my big visions, I have a couple. One of my big visions is to buy a home. We own like 6 or 7 homes, and we have rental properties, we have vacation rental properties, we have this house, we have our second house. We are going to move my mom into this house, buy another house for us so that we can move into that, and move my mom into this house so that helps her to retire. And this is a really big vision of mine. And we put an offer in on a house, and I am so excited about it. And I'm also nervous. I'm scared. Like imposter syndrome is coming in hardcore. But I'm so excited about it. So that's one of the big visions. Another, I have to share this little story with you is we lost my aunt, and some of you know, some of you might not know, but we lost my aunt to COVID, on December 26th. And I grew up with my aunt. We lived in an 1,100 square foot home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Not my grandma. I got distracted by the phone. It was my aunt and my cousins in 1 bedroom. I shared a room with my brother and my mom in the other. And we grew up with my mom and my aunt. My aunt was like a second mom. And through this, I wanted to make sure that her death created so much good. And I didn't know what that would look like, but I knew that there had to be so much good that came from this. And my cousin is a recovering heroin addict and hasn't had a job in 5 years. And I sat down with him and I helped him apply for jobs, and I coached him on how to have confidence and coached him on how to do the uncomfortable things and push the comfort zones, because the more comfort zones we push, the more our confidence grows. And your comfort zones are a direct correlation to your confidence. Like how much you push them is direct correlation to how big your confidence will grow. And so I coached him on how to do interviews and how to grow his confidence, because he hasn't been in the job force in 5 years. And he just got hired at US Postal Service. And he reached out to me and he's like, Christy, I got the job. And I'm like, congrats. I'm so, so proud of you. This is going to help you build your confidence and how amazing you are. And I said, your mom would be so proud and so excited right now. And he goes, she would be crying tears of joy, laugh out loud. And y'all, impacting my family is so incredible, but I have the confidence to coach my family. I have the confidence to coach other people, because when I didn't have the confidence, when I thought in month 2 of my coaching business, I almost canceled my coach business because I thought, who am I to think I can earn 6 figures and leave my full-time job? Who am I to think that I can have that type of impact and help that many people? And I could have canceled in month 2, but I took a step back and I looked at my purpose and I said, I want to create a life. I looked at my vision. I want to create a life of freedom. and I'm going to figure that out. And the only way is I've been given exactly step by step what to do every day. Now it's up to me to take action to get the results to build my confidence. All right, you guys, I love you, Gail. Thanks so much. All right, I gotta go. Love you guys. Have a great day.